Good evening, or good morning, or good night, or whatever. Uh, Today I have for you the quick introduction or a reminder, hopefully for most of you, of how to ask questions in English. Now, why is that important? I think that's kind of self-evident. There's no communication without asking questions. For example, you can't ask your teacher for something that's not clear, or you can't ask your teacher to postpone a test for you, or when you go to the seaside and you meet someone cute and you can't ask them for a date. So you've got to be able to ask questions, right? Let's go. In English, there's two types of questions. First of all, there's the yes-no questions. Now, they check if a statement is true or not, and they're called yes-no because you're expected to answer with yes or no. Next, there's the WH questions. They're called WH questions because they start with question words which begin with WH. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Technically not the WH word, right? But it goes there, and it's also very useful because you can say how often, how many, how much. As you can see, these questions ask for particular information. So let's take a look at them. Now, if you have a tense which has an auxiliary, a big word, but it's not that bad. It's that little helping verb which helps you form bigger tense. If you have a tense with that little helper, then you usually have a sentence which goes like subject plus auxiliary verb plus main verb plus anything else. And then for the question, you just swap the place of these two. Okay, it's called an inversion. So, Mary is eating a banana. Swap is and Mary. Is Mary eating a banana? As simple as that. John has given Mary an apple. Has John given Mary an apple? Right? Clear. Great. Now, for simple tenses like the present simple, the past simple, which don't have an auxiliary, they have just a subject and a verb. So what do? You need the auxiliary to ask a question, so you have to think of one. Luckily, there's one already there waiting for you. So when you say Mary eats a lot of fruit, does Mary eat a lot of fruit? So for questions for the present simple, you've got do and does waiting for you, right? In the past simple, you've got something else. John gave Mary an apple, and did John give Mary an apple? Rings a bell? Hopefully. Now, WH tenses, when you have an auxiliary, completely the same story, you just put the WH word at the beginning. Mary is eating a banana. What is Mary eating? John has given Mary an apple. Why has John given Mary an apple? Right? Great. If there's no auxiliary, again, it's quite the same story, just put WH at the beginning. So, Mary eats a lot of fruit. A normal question, a yes-no question would be, does Mary eat a lot of fruit? So, WH question is, for example, why does Mary eat a lot of fruit? Because health, I suppose. John gave Mary an apple. When did John give Mary an apple? Right? Now, this part is slightly tricky, but for most of you, I think it will come naturally. In English, usually the sentences go like this. You have the subject, then the verb, then an object, and something else. So, Mary kicked John, right? Now, if you're asking about John, it's quite easy. Who did Mary kick? John, right? But what if you want to know about Mary? You can't ask who did Mary kick because then the answer will be John. So you have to ask it a bit differently. Who kicked John? Did you see what I did there? Okay. In this case, you have kicked. Nothing changes really. You just replace Mary with who. The simplest rule. Tom is eating grapes. Can you try this one at home? Huh? Ask about Tom and ask about those grapes. And last but not least, there's some verbs in English which are slightly misbehaving, let's put it like that. Now, in this case, luckily for you, not too many of them. We've got the verb to be, which is the king of irregular verbs in the language, which is Croatian as well. So when you say Mary is angry, of course you won't use any do's or does or whatever. You're just gonna swap. This is called, can you remember? Yes, an inversion. So, is Mary angry, right? They were bored. Was the question? Were they bored? Okay, everyone knows that. Great. Tom has got a new dog. This is a different verb. It's the verb to have. And in British English, this one also often functions with the inversion. So we ask, has Tom got a new dog? Although you can hear as well, this question, does Tom have a new dog? And it's quite common in American English law. Why does Tom need a new dog? Well, ask Mary. That's it for tonight. Cheers.